time you are watching this video. I pray that it finds you well and in good spirits. Today we're talking about goals and systems. Okay, so I've seen a lot of different videos on YouTube here lately as we come up upon the new year about goals. Like, should you set goals? Should you not? Should you set systems? Should you not? Then you've got goals versus systems. I am here to tell you we should be setting goals and systems, okay? They work together. A system, by definition, is a set of principles or procedures according to which something is done, an organized framework or method. So essentially, in layman's terms, okay? A system is all of the habits, the tools, the routines, the tasks, the people in your life working together to help you accomplish your goals. A system can include apps, habits, routines, tools, and people. This could look like your notes app, the clock app, the Bible app, your list and reminders app, your sleep app. Habits, waking up on time, limiting your social media, reading a certain number of pages before bed, right? Drinking enough water. So your habits, the things that you do every day. Routine, so your morning and your night, your work routine, your exercise routine. Tools like calendars, planners, your budgets, and then the people in your life. So these could be your parents, your friends, colleagues, or it could be people that you pay, right? So like babysitters, laundry services. So any person that helps you to get things done. So how do you create a system? So first, we need to start with a goal, okay? So the system doesn't work unless there is a goal attached to the system. So what are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to get done? These can be large goals, small goals, general goals, specific goals, but all of the goals that you set need to be SMART goals, okay? So they need to be specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely. Some goals may not require you to do the SMART method because it just might be something that's like very, very simple. However, make it applicable to your life. Once you set a goal, then we have to really like map out and get clear on the tasks, the tools, the habits, the routines, the people that are going to help you achieve that goal. So now I want to walk you through setting up a system, okay? So a general daily goal that I have for myself, okay, is to show up at 100%, give my best to do really great work, be engaged with others, be aware and sensitive to what the Lord wants me to do that day, okay? So that's just like a general daily goal that like every day I wake up, I'm like, these are the things that I am striving for today. So in order to do that, there are things that I have to do every day. In order to meet this goal, there are specific things that I have to do, okay? Every night, there are certain things that I have to do every night, and there are certain things that I have to do every morning. So every night, in order to wake up free and clear and really feeling good about myself, I'm gonna share with you a list of things that some of which I do need to do and some of which I just want to do just because it brings me joy. So one is preparing my clothes, my work bag, potentially even lunch the night before, okay? This helps me to not be scrambling in the morning trying to figure out, okay, what am I gonna eat? What am I gonna wear, right? It's already laid out. And so all I have to do in the morning is one less thing for me to think about in the morning. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm just putting the clothes on, maybe adding a few extra things in the bag, grabbing the lunchbox out of the fridge and going out the door. So 2, I shower and prep my hair. 3, unload in the Day One app. So the Day One app is like a daily journal app that has these prompts. And so sometimes I will use that to like process my thoughts and my emotions, my feelings. It's just like an emotional dumping place. Getting quality sleep, right? So studies show that when you get a lack of quality sleep, not quantity sleep, quality sleep. So this is like your environment is conducive for you to get the most efficient and effective sleep, right? So I have to get an adequate amount of quality sleep to be able to perform and be at my best the next day. A few things that I also need in order to help me get a good night's rest, a quality rest, is using an air purifier while I sleep. I use a weighted blanket. Sometimes I'll do like a lavender essential oil diffuser, and then I also use the sleep app. So the sleep app, I've been using the sleep app for like years, okay, for at least, I don't know, maybe at least like 7 or 8 years now. And so the sleep app tracks the patterns of your sleep. So when you sleep, you go through a cycle. It's like the stages of the sleep cycle. Let me just pull up my app. So the app that I use is called Sleep Time. What you do is on this like home page. I don't know if y'all can see this. On the home page, you set the time that you want your alarm to go off. So this is the time that you want to wake up. In the settings, you can choose like these buffers, right? So they give you like a 30-minute buffer, 20-minute, 15-minute, 10-minute buffer in which they wake you up in the lightest part of your sleep. Okay, so for years I could never understand why sometimes when I wake up I would be more tired than I was when I went to sleep, and that was because I was waking up in the deepest part of my sleep. The sleep app helps to prevent that. So the sleep app wakes you up in the lightest part of your sleeping. So when you wake up, this is like the body's natural rhythm. So sometimes now, since I've been using it for so long, I find that I'm setting my alarm for a specific time, but I'm waking up like before it even goes off. So at a certain point, like when your body gets into a rhythm and a habit of waking up at a particular time, it naturally will start to do that. What I absolutely love about the app is it tracks all of this. It tracks your sleep, the amount of sleep that you get, the efficiency of the sleep, your light and your deep sleep. So it tells you how much of each you're getting. This has been like the best app to help me wake up feeling refreshed and not groggy, okay? So those are a few things that I have got to do the night before. Like I have to do these things because if I don't, I wake up discombobulated, okay? I wake up like very, very flustered and confused, and I don't like that. And so I have to stick to this routine so that way when I wake up in the morning, I wake up clear with clarity and I know what's happening that day. Here's what needs to happen for me each morning to ensure that I start the day on track. Do my bathroom time and I shower. So usually during this time when I'm getting dressed, I spend time with the Lord, talk to the Lord, pray, and just like really wake up in the spirit and like consult the Lord for the agenda and the assignments and the task for the day. Then I get dressed, eat breakfast, if I eat any breakfast at all. It might be like some light fruit, get my coffee. I need to add drinking water into this because I definitely don't drink enough water. And then in the car, I spend some time worshiping, praying, and just talking to the Lord and just like debriefing with the Lord. Like I said, just continuing to like get the task for the day. Like, okay, Lord, like what am I doing today? I know what my agenda is, like my physical agenda. I know like what meetings I have. I know what people I need to talk to today. But in terms of your agenda and the kingdom agenda, I need you to help me with what it is that I actually need to be doing today. Who would you have me to be a vessel to? Who would you have me to share a word to? Like those types of things I'm trying to like really get clear on in the car. One of the things that I use when I am in the car is do not disturb, okay? Not like the normal do not disturb, but do not disturb for driving, because I don't like to be interrupted during that time. Number one, that's my Jesus and my worship and my talk through time. And then also, it's just not safe to be texting and trying to like talk on the phone, especially out here in Dallas. It's just like, you opening yourself up for like an invitation for an accident out here. And so for me, it keeps me safe, right? Because it sends the person that is either calling me or texting me a message or a text message. And it stops people from interrupting my time with the Lord, right? But however, that function on the iPhone, like you can add specific people to the do not disturb list, so that way if they have an emergency, it prompts them to like call you again, or it prompts them to send the notification through to your phone, so that way if something is happening, like you can get to them. The next one is getting to work early, okay? And taking a few minutes to just review my schedule. I know a lot of y'all like to go into the building running, right? You have to be at work at 9 o'clock. So you show up at 9 o'clock, but you don't get clocked in until 9:05, and then you don't get to your desk until 9:16, because you know you gotta stop and talk to people. And by the time like you really get settled, it's 9:45, and you have a meeting at 10 o'clock, and you still haven't looked at your to-do list. You still haven't, like, you know, like I like to be settled and stable when I get to work. Like I don't like having to rush into a meeting. I like to be at my desk, look at my calendar, look at my to-do list, prep for anything, and even just sit there and have a few sips of my coffee, right? Like I don't like to feel rushed. I don't like to not like know what the next thing is. So if I'm in a meeting and the meeting starts to run over because I haven't looked at my to-do list, I haven't looked at my calendar, I don't even realize that I'm now missing another meeting, or I'm missing an interest interview because I'm still in this meeting that has decided to run over. But I would have had that on my mind had I had a few minutes, sit down at my desk, look at my schedule, look at the to-dos, and know like, okay, I gotta be out of here. So I'm like paying attention. I'm aware of the time because I have the next meeting, so I can't. It just helps me to be so much more settled, y'all. So much more settled. I do not like. That's when I. Okay, it's one of two things when I do this. It's either like la la Luciline, okay, you just don't know what's going on, or you're frustrated and discombobulated. I don't like it. I don't like feeling like that. I like to feel stable. I like to know what's happening. I like to know what the next step is. I like to know what the plan is, right? So those are just my morning and my nighttime routines that help me. So these are systems, right? So all of these things work together to help me accomplish that goal that I set of like showing up at 100%, being and doing the best work, listening to the Lord, being available, all of these things, these tasks, these tools, these habits, these routines, all of these add up to be a system that help me achieve my goal, okay? What kind of tools, routines, habits, people can I utilize and incorporate them into my system in order for me to be the best person that I can be and get what I need to get done. So that's the whole purpose of a system, right? And so understanding that all of these systems and all of these things that we're putting into place, right, to really help us be more efficient and effective, help us to bring glory to God, right? So like if I am free, if I am clear, if I have clarity, if I am settled and all of these other things are out of the way, right? The system helps me to have less chaos. And for me, having less chaos means less stress, okay? Like if my mental capacity is clear, the frequency is clear, I can hear, I can breathe, like I know what is happening, I have planned. That opens me up to allow the Holy Spirit to just do what he does, because now I'm not worried about the laundry, I'm not worried about the food, I'm not worried about being tired, because I've already done what I could possibly do to set myself up for success in order to be used by the Lord. I think a lot of times we're not able to be available is because we're so bogged down with just life, right? Like the I don't want to say it's like the tangible stuff of life, right? Like when you wake up in the morning and you have not thought through, okay, what am I going to eat today? I'm going to be at work all day. I know I'm going to get hungry. I know I'm not going to have the margin to leave. So I need to pack a lunch, right? So you don't have to worry about the stress of being at work, not knowing what you're going to eat, and now your energy level is going down. You've already prepared for that the night before. So in turn, your energy is going down. You're getting snappy with people because you're hungry. And the Lord is like, this person was walking down the hallway and they were gonna pop into your office, but because you didn't eat, I didn't send them. Because I can clearly see that you're getting the attitude. And if they would have popped in with a need, a request, you would not have been at your best to respond to that person. So I didn't send them, because you didn't do your due diligence, right? So for me, this is a part of like taking responsibility. There are things that we can just do. There are things that we have to put in the work to just do, right? Like the system doesn't create itself. The routine doesn't create itself. The habits don't create themselves. I have to put in the work and actually do these things. And so all of the systems, all of the routines, all of the tools, all of the habits help me to really be who God has called me to be, right? This system, this framework helps me to achieve that goal of, I want to go back and read it, to achieve that goal of showing up at 100%, giving my best to do really great work, being engaged with others, being aware and sensitive to what the Lord wants to do with me that day. So all of these things are helping me to achieve that goal, which is a daily goal, right? I think all of our daily goals should be being aware and sensitive to what the Lord wants to do. So I pray that that helps a little bit, just seeing the difference between, okay, what's a system, what is a goal, how they work together, and how they are needed. So yeah, I pray that that blessed you, and links to resources will be in the description box below. Ultimately, like, my prayer is that this video has given you some clarity on how to set a system and how systems can help you achieve your goals, and understand that they work well together, right? My goal is to really see women living their lives poured out like oil, and that really just means being available, right? Being a vessel to be used by the Lord, so that way we can, as He pours into us, we will have enough overflow and enough margin to be able to pour and pour and pour and pour and pour. So as always, remember, you are a treasured vessel, and I pray that the Lord gives you the boldness to live as such. Until next time, talk to y'all soon. Bye.